G'day guys, Ziggy D here and welcome back for some more Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls hardcore on the Witch Doctor. Guys, it's been a while, but it's been pretty hectic. There's been a lot of changes in Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, and we'll kind of go through it throughout this episode, some of the changes that we can at least cover. But I've been doing a lot of live streaming, so I've been covering a lot of Reaper of Souls live streamed, but we're going to be keeping the YouTube series going, of course, as well. Lots of requests to keep going, and I'm pretty keen to keep the Witch Doctor Diggy Z going. Oh yeah, Diggy Z. So I've sort of set up a bit of a different spec this time. I'm going for a bit of a zombie dog slash pet sacrifice build. So Gargantuan will be there to help me tank a little bit. I've got fire bats. Zombie handler. I think I'm happy with zombie handler. Fire bats for damage. Now that's combined with mass confusion, which causes 12 seconds of confusion around me. Enemies will fight each other. And then enemies killed while confused have a 50% chance to spawn a zombie dog. Now I also have the Circle of Life, which whenever an enemy dies within 20 yards, there's a chance that a zombie dog will automatically emerge. So the range of this effect is increased by your god picker raise, that sort of thing as well. So we can get extra zombie dogs, we can raise our own zombie dogs, we're getting extra zombie dogs from mass confusion, and some zombie dogs will automatically raise, and whenever our dogs die, they have 15% chance to leave a health... Oh no, that one doesn't work yet. But each zombie dog you sacrifice has a 35% chance to resurrect as a new zombie dog. So we should at least get 1 to 2 zombie dogs back each time we use sacrifice, so we can kind of chain that together a little bit. So this might not work at all, but it might be interesting nonetheless to try out. So there was a big beta patch just recently that changed a number of things. And one thing you'll notice is that in the last episode we did a bounty run and managed to get ourselves a rift key. However, they've removed rift keys from the game, and instead there's now rift keystone fragments. My rift key was converted to only 1 fragment, and you need 5 to open a rift. So that means that we're going to have to go and get some more rift keystone fragments before we can do a rift. But that's cool because we get a chance to look at some of the new changes to the bounty system. Now I'll have to actually try and remember what a lot of the changes are, but I'm sure you guys will be able to notice some of the new stuff as we go through, and as some things come up, we should hopefully be able to notice a few different things. Alright, let's go start off with clear the underbridge, and that should be a nice sort of controlled environment to test our spec idea at. I'm using, as I said, Circle of Life. Spirit Vessel is always really nice for hardcore. It could be interesting. I don't know about Diabats. I like the range on that, but maybe something like Vampire Bats, which has no channeling cost, would be better for this. Maybe I'll go that actually, because I have nothing that really costs mana then. Nothing at all. I could use something like Pierce the Veil and increase my damage with no drawback. However, I don't know if I want to drop Spirit Vessels. Pretty damn good. It's a pretty damn good passive. I'll stick with this setup for now. We'll see how this kind of feels moving forwards. But it has no channeling cost. Okay, no, that's alright then. So we still get some use out of our mana at least. Alright. So summon our zombie dogs here. Do some... Oh no, I forgot. Okay, so that actually activates right next to me. Now, I did want to potentially... Let's go explode some of our zombie dogs there. Alright. This will be interesting. We'll have to see how this actually ends up working out. I have to keep channeling to do this. Some of our gear I've noticed is a little bit out of date. I actually was going to like Mystic Craft some stuff to potentially get some cooldown reduction going on my gear, which I think would be pretty nice for this spec. However, all of this has now been called Legacy gear since there was a recent patch, so I can't actually Mystic Craft any of it. You can't Mystic Craft Legacy gear in the patch now, despite it coming from the beta anyway. Pretty interesting that you can't do that, but oh well, we'll be fine. So there's actually, I still actually have 4 zombie dogs right there. So I can, probably not really worth exploiting them on just trash mobs like this. They can just kill the trash mobs just fine by themselves. But once we round up a big pack, the plan is to kind of use some mass confusion action. Something like this might be a good test. So let's get some mass confusion happening. And then we can try and kill some of these guys to get some more zombie dogs. I can actually explode my zombie dogs, summon some more zombie dogs, and potentially even like explode them again if everything's not dead by that point. But I know there's some legendary items that really enable zombie dogs and sacrifice builds. You know, we'll see how we can go without those items and just kind of go with like a bare bones version of the spec. Which, it's different. I wanted to try something different. And this is pretty different. But yeah, some cooldown reduction on my gear definitely would have been helpful. With the long cooldown on mass confusion would have definitely been helpful. But how many zombie dogs we got up? So I can keep an eye on how many zombie dogs I actually have up on the left side of the screen, left top. If nothing else, this is going to get me pretty good at kind of learning to keep an idea, a good idea of how my pets are going. Alright, let's go for an explosion there. So those guys all explosion. I can raise some more if I need to raise some more directly. Otherwise I can get some more mass confusion happening potentially. So any of those guys that are confused that ended up dying have a chance of becoming a zombie dog, which is pretty cool. Pretty damn cool, I think. So those guys are confused. How long is the actual confusion? 12 seconds, so that's pretty decent. In that time they're not attacking me, and in that time they're also attacking each other and dealing damage to each other. So they can potentially kill each other straight off the bat. They seem to be keeping 4 zombie dogs up pretty easily without resummoning. The resummon I think is kind of like almost like a backup. Alright, so this is an Arcane Enchanted Thunderstorm pack. Let's explode my zombie dogs here. I'm just about to resummon them, able to. I still got 4 zombie dogs. Check that, another explosion. Alright, now we're down to none, but I can resummon them now. And what's the actual damage like on that? They're getting pretty low life there. I do want to keep an eye on my life as well though. Alright, there's another zombie dog sacrifice. I can burn down some of these guys. Confusing the elite packs would definitely be very helpful. I assume there's some sort of modifier on the elite pack confusion to make that a bit less effective, like in terms of the duration that it lasts. But we'll be able to test that out moving forwards. So far, this seems to be working okay though. So whenever this comes off cooldown, if I don't have zombie dogs now, I can either kill some things and some zombie dogs will potentially raise themselves. So like sort of just keep an eye on as we kill things. Some stuff should raise. Yeah, there goes. There's another one from that kill there. So there's a pretty good chance of that happening. It's actually, what, 30% chance that they'll spawn? That's not too bad. Alright, some of them have been chickened. I'll wait until they unchicken before I confuse them. Alright, let's go ahead and get some confused just there. Alright, let's sacrifice our 2 dogs now, raise up some more zombie dogs. Wait for these guys to get on top of the elites. Do another sacrifice. Burn down some more guys. Looks like we're out of zombie dogs now. But our Gargantuan sort of still keeps going ham on the enemies there, so he keeps up the good work. And otherwise I can use the fire bats I think to keep burning these guys down. Seems interesting. I've been playing around with interesting specs quite a bit this week, actually. Just yesterday, I was trying on stream to come up with a Chains of Torment build for the Demon Hunter. And Chains of Torment is a very interesting skill, but it's hard to make a viable build out of it. But I was giving it my best, and it was. I think we actually kind of got somewhere in the end after a bit of testing, after a few hours of testing. But it was good fun nonetheless. Alright, I'll make sure I use this Spirit Walk quite a bit. So, the Rift Keystone Fragments. Let's talk more about that, because I haven't even fully explained that yet. Oh man, I haven't fully explained that yet? What is this craziness? Let's explode some more zombie dogs there, kill some of these guys off. Looks like we're keeping our 4 zombie dogs up pretty often. Cool, 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 I like this. Okay, let's skip this. So, Rift Keystone Fragments. Now, every bounty after the second bounty in an area, so the first one won't give it to us, but every bounty after that gives 1 Rift Keystone Fragment. As I said, you need 5 to be able to, oops, need to get some explosions happening there. You need 5 to be able to open a rift, and you get 2 bonus ones when you finish all of the bounties in a particular zone. So there's a big bonus there for killing those. That means you actually get technically more than 1 rift per set of bounties, whereas you got exactly 1 before. So that adds up a little bit. Every couple of bounty runs you get an extra rift out of that, so you get a bit of extra value there. And the system's pretty good. I quite like the idea because it means that we're spending more time doing like varied bounties, not just cherry picking the really good ones to get those rift keystones, or not just cherry picking them. We can kind of go around and do a few of those. It gives you a bit more flexibility in what you do, I think, and seems to promote a bit of a better play style. But we'll kind of see how that plays out. So far, it's been pretty good, I think. They've also done a few other changes, but I'll see which ones of those affect us as we continue forwards. Oh man, this has been a pretty nasty pack though. Alright, sometimes my zombie dogs are not up and I'm not able to do as much. But for the most part, this seems to be working okay. It's going okay. I think some cooldown reduction would definitely be very helpful. Alright, let's go to Underbridge and get this place cleared out. Alright, here's the Underbridge. I've actually discovered before we begin clearing this that holy helmet upgrade, oh baby. So we have a very high, massive amount of increased intelligence and vitality on this thing. It's huge, it's a huge upgrade, that's like double. So we also get mana regen. That mana regen could be rolled into something else. It's actually a 4 primary stat helmet, which is very good. You want to try and go for as a baseline 4 primary stats on every rare to make a really good rare in Reaper of Souls. And that means essentially you have more options to craft the different stats. And with this one, we can craft mana regen into something else interesting. So we can play around with that when we get back to town. But for now, I'll actually just equip that straight away, because it is a nice upgrade. But we have another ring here too, which is pretty high base damage mod, attack speed, which is not too helpful for our build, to be honest. I think we want raw damage for this build, since, you know, the only thing we're actually attacking with is fire bats. Everything else is coming from like the zombie dogs and the gargantuans. So although they scale off weapon damage, they don't actually scale off attack speed, I don't believe. But it's not too bad. A bit of a loss in toughness though, because of the lack of vitality, but we could re-roll that potentially. Crafting has been improved a lot recently as well. You guys might remember earlier in this series we had some issues of not being able to do things like craft low-level legendaries and rings. All of those have actually been fixed, and you can now do a lot more crafting while leveling. Really, really good changes, because it makes hardcore much more viable and fun now to play self-found in Reaper of Souls, so I'm pretty keen about that. Those changes are really awesome. I've been playing some Hardcore Crusader on stream, and testing out some of the low-level crafting has been really awesome. Actually being able to Mystic reroll things, fantastic, so good. So we'll get to encounter that, but I need to full clear this zone. So let's actually, like, we can kind of just burn down some of these guys with the fire bats. That works fine. Anything in there that needs killing? No. Oh wait, no, there is something hiding in here. All right, here's a rare even. All right, let's confuse these guys. The rare's partners there. I might resummon some zombie dogs here. Oh, this is a bit nasty. Spirit walk out of there, get into a better position. Alright, now I can dodge that arcane laser. We'll go for another explode. They're in there, they can get exploded. I actually really want to see how much damage that actually does. The damage is like, what? 185 per zombie dog? 185 weapon damage in 12 yards? It's not crazy. It's not like a massive hit, but with a number of zombie dogs, I think it's pretty cool. And if you can kind of chain it over and over again, I think it ends up being a pretty decent amount of damage. But we'll test it out. We'll see how the spec works. This is kind of the whole point. This is having a bit of fun testing out different specs while trying to also stay alive and level in hardcore. And since we're getting somewhat close to the end of the beta, we might as well go a little bit YOLO and test some interesting specs. All right, let's raise some more zombie dogs here. Get in there, zombie dogs. I want to explode you before you die on the lasers. See if oh, he did take down his life quite a bit. Oh man, those poison things hurt so much. Oh, this rare's pretty nasty. Trying to get in there with the arcane lasers. Oh, just kind of duck in a little bit. Alright, let's get some confusion happening. There we go, there's a healing globe. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright, cool. We're in good shape now. Alright, there's those kills. I actually got a necklace, a legendary necklace on my Demon Hunter that allows arcane lasers to, instead of damaging you, actually heal you for 20% of the damage, which is, as you would imagine, super overpowered. It's awesome being able to stand in arcane lasers. It's actually pretty funny. You're so used to dodging them for so long, and then you're actually like, wait a minute, I actually want to go stand in that now. So there we go. There's that bounty complete. Nice stuff. So as you'll notice, no reef keystone or anything like that, so we still only have the one fragment. So what we want to do then, we've still got our Watch Wrapper still pretty good. I'm going to go do another bounty here. Reload the Unforgiving. Alright, now I always forget this. Every time I start this bounty in these zones, I always go up the stairs, but you actually have to go backwards into Skycrown. Hold on. Kill all enemies in Stonefoot? Is this actually different? You serious? Kill all enemies in Stonefoot. Okay, this one's actually... Man, I'm getting so trolled by these bounties. Sometimes you have to go in there, sometimes you have to stay in here. What? Have some consistency. Man, this one confuses me so badly. Alright, let's get our kills here. Let's explode those zombie dogs, and then... Oh, there's another zombie dog explosion I can do. And we'll resummon 4 there. I'm definitely taking some damage. We might need to... I think some of our gear is starting to fall a bit behind in terms of levels, so I'm feeling a bit more squishy than I'm used to now. Just a little bit of a concern. Alright, here's Dragus. This guy should be pretty easy to kill. Should just be able to burn him down for the most part by myself. Explode some zombie dogs on him. It's not a huge amount of extra damage. Interesting. I was kind of hoping the damage would be a bit more impressive for the zombie dog explosion, since, you know, you're sacrificing them. But I guess once you're able to really chain a lot of those zombie dogs, it's something that you can just have really consistent damage. Kind of just go rolling over and over again. Lots of zombie dogs raising up and that sort of thing. I think some legendaries will probably support it and enable sacrifice builds a bit better. But I don't know if it's just by default a viable primary damage source. Alright, let's sacrifice my zombie dogs there. Might get in there and confuse those guys. Cast some mass confusion in there. Let's exploit our zombie dogs. I finished off some of those guys, maybe? Also got trying to dodge these arcane lasers here as well. And the desecration. Oh man, not good. Time to use a potion. Firebats is pretty nice though. I feel like this rune, this Firebats rune with Pierce the Veil will be very nice. But there's level 43! Oh yeah! So many arcane lasers. Flaming Dart for poison rune? Or poison dart, flaming dart. Hex rune, Toad of Hugeness. Mass Confusion, Mass Hysteria. I like my current rune on Mass Confusion because it actually supports like the idea of sacrificing our zombie dogs. But yeah, I think that works pretty well for now. I'll kind of keep an eye on these things as we pick them up because I'm definitely looking at some upgrades. That's not much of one though. Is that an upgrade for our Enchantress though? No intelligence. A hefty amount of vitality. I think I'd rather her have some damage for now because I don't mind if she dies a bit every now and then. Alright, so we're just looking to get some more kills in here. We've got 2 zombie dogs up there. I might send those to go in and sacrifice themselves. Raise some more zombie dogs. Maybe I'll go for another sacrifice. Going for the confusion. Start burning some of these guys down. We're already back up to 4 zombie dogs there, even after the sacrifice. Nice. How much damage do these guys actually sort of do just attacking by themselves? It's not bad. The Gargantuan just comes in and just like double fist paint, just double fist punch. Is this Baracus? No, we're looking for Greload the Unforgiving. Oh, well, we'll get this guy down anyway. Zombie dog sacrifice. Another sacrifice. Looks like he's been charmed by the Enchantress as well. Oh, get out of that desecration. I won't stay in that too long. Grab the stuff and run! Oh man, pretty ballsy. Alright, let's yaunt our way forwards. I am using the yaunt rune. I believe it's a soft J. I'll probably want to get a few more kills. We're almost to the our target for this one. We actually have no zombie dogs at the moment. Let's go Mass Confusion here. I want to try and get a few more in that Mass Confusion. But there's our full zombie dogs again after that, after killing some of the confused guys. It's pretty nice. I thought this would be a nice opportunity to try out a few different skills, especially things like Mass Confusion that I probably wouldn't normally try. So that's pretty cool in its own way. There's Greload and Zareth. Man, this is going to be a pretty epic battle for the ages right here. Alright, let's summon some more zombie dogs. Oh man, I already had 3. I should have paid attention to that. So I really want to watch that number up there. 1 left, I'll sacrifice him as well. 2 left. Alright, Mass Confusion might come off cooldown soon. I might be able to confuse these guys. Wonder if it's viable to confuse like purple mobs and things like that. We're burning him down pretty quickly though. As long as you don't stutter step too much, it's pretty easy to support the mana costs of this thing. There we go, Greload is currently going to die in chicken form. Oh, teleports back, transforms back just before the death. Alright, let's sacrifice one of our zombie dogs in there. Can we confuse Zareth? Oh man! Grab our loots. Oh. Explode one of our zombie dogs, raise up some more. There's Zareth, he's been chickenified. Can I charm him? Oh, I can charm him, nice. Not for long it looks like. The charm only lasts like a second or 2 it seems. Get some more zombie dog sacrifices. Oh man, time to potion. Let's get us heal as well there. And Zareth is definitely one of the nastiest key wardens, I think. That ice fall definitely hurts. Alright, let's get out of that. Try and avoid some of that damage there. Oh, oh man. Not having much range against him makes it pretty tough as well. Man, our Gargantuan, how tanky is he though? What a bro. He's surviving any of this stuff quite easily. Alright, let's get our zombie dogs back. Might just like... Oh, resummon? There we go. Go zombie dogs. Let's go do some explosions. Yeah, I think I might just prefer keeping them alive at this point while leveling. I feel like they're more useful alive than they are sacrificing themselves for damage. Whoa! Man, I'm actually getting fooled by his mirror images there. Come on, he's so close to being dead. Finish him off. There we go, alright. I actually need to get a few more kills. So we'll do the rest of this particular bounty here, and then I might seeing about changing some spec action. So change some of our skills. Alright, there's our bounty. So you'll notice this one we got a Rift Keystone fragment for. So we're 2 out of 5 now. 2 out of 5. Alright, let's head on back to town and look about changing our spec a bit. So I think I will continue with some zombie dog action for the rest of this episode at least. But let's see what we can do changing out of sacrifice. What can we put in place of sacrifice? I quite liked, what's Hex give us? Summon a fetish summon that will hex enemies into chickens. I feel like we've already got plenty of that sort of thing going on. I quite like the mass confusion, but I might play around with a different rune for that. What I might actually do is put mass confusion here on number 2. Where is mass confusion? There it is. Mass hysteria, up to 6 enemies who are not confused become stunned. So that improves kind of the effectiveness of the bit, because if they don't end up getting confused, which is like a 50% chance, I believe. It's like paranoid confusing them. Up to 6 enemies who are not confused become stunned. That's interesting. I don't really understand that, because it sounds like they all get stunned anyway. Interesting. Reduces the cooldown. Just reducing the cooldown for now. I might just play around with that. And I think I'll go something that I can kind of do without interrupting too much fire batting. Grasp of the Dead's always a solid choice. What could I play with? We could go very cooldown oriented. So cooldown, 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 the free attack basically. And then something like, does Horrify actually have a cooldown? Horrify has a cooldown. Don a Spectral Mask that horrifies all enemies. Oh, that's more of a defensive. I think we've got enough defensive action going on at the moment. I could certainly just Locust Swarm and have that spread around. I actually have the belt at the moment that gives the slowing effect to Locust Swarm. So has a 100% chance to jump to 2 additional enemies instead of 1. Duration of the swarm. Enemies killed by locusts leave poison damage on the ground. Okay, let's try with Pestilence so it spreads around a bit more. Alrighty, let's go with that. So that's pretty... I need to get up nice and close and then use my fire bats, which is about the same anyway. So I can basically just go that and then just fire bat. Mana regens while that's happening. I can mass confuse things if I need to. And the zombie dogs and the gargantuan will be taking care of the rest of the things. So, with that in mind, I don't think Circle of Life is 100% necessary now. So, I think Pierce the Veil might be pretty good then. For this, it'll increase our damage pretty significantly. It says all of your damage is increased. I wonder if that includes our pets. I'm not 100% sure about that one. Maybe if you guys know, you can let me know in the comments below whether Pierce the Veil actually improves the damage of our pets as well as us. But I'll go under the assumption for now that it does. And we'll go on into another bounty. Let's go kill Hirig the Malformed. Alright, now before I continue on though, I should probably just I have a life gem here. That's probably going to be fine for my helmet for now. That'll improve my toughness by quite a bit. 23k life up to 25k life, and a pretty nice jump in toughness as well. Is there anything else here that has some potential to be used kind of right now really? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, we might take a look at mysticking that ring later when we get back though. Maybe if nothing else we could change it into a nice... oh, it could actually be a pretty nice ring for the Enchantress, even right off the bat. Let's actually check that out. Her rings are currently... okay, actually her rings aren't too bad. She needs actually an intelligence gem in one of those if she can. 128 intelligence, that's exactly the same, but with some much nicer stats. So I think that's probably going to help her quite a bit, so we'll give her that. Tough damage increase, 13k, about a 400 damage increase on the Enchantress is pretty decent. She actually does, the followers actually do pretty decent damage in Reaper of Souls now. I've always sort of felt like the followers just did pretty much nothing. In addition to their skills being buffed, they can actually seem to get pretty decent damage compared to mine. Mine's what, almost 4k? And hers is 1300, so it's not that, it's still what, a quarter of mine? Pretty cool, pretty cool. So, we're going Locust Swarm, that starts spreading around. I can basically probably use Mass Confusion on these guys. You'll notice they're all being slowed by the belt, the Horde Wrap. And it looks like we've got all our zombie dogs up already, so that's pretty good. So I can just resummon those whenever they need resummoning now. Alright, that seems pretty cool. Alright, here's a pretty big pack, that can be Locust Swarm. I wonder how well that just sort of takes them down by itself. Wow, that slow effect is really powerful. Holy crap, I can actually almost one-shot them with that. Let's go for another locust swarm there. It does chew up quite a bit of my mana though if I'm not careful with the way I manage my mana. But I think this is definitely worth it. Look at that damage, really nice now. Oh, shrug! The malformed, bro. Getting even more malformed than you once were. Oh yeah, there we go. That was a nice easy bounty. Cool. And the Rift Keystone there. Keystone Fragment. And what else did I get? Oh! Holy weapon upgrade. GG. Goodbye, pig sticker. Pig sticker. You were pretty good making all your squeals. Time to get replaced by a better weapon, the Render. That's got kind of a bit of an epic name itself. Not to mention life per hit, intelligence, vitality, 4 stat one-handed weapon there with decent damage. Pretty GG upgrade, really. Basically win the game right now. And we can go on to the next bounty even. Let's go to the Cursed Garrison event. Alright, so I need to cleanse the Cursed Chest. I don't know if this was present earlier in our series, I don't think so. So Cursed Chests, the new little red chest spawns that lead to, you know, a little mini activity, have been worked into the game much more deeply now, and they're actually part of the bounties as well, which I think is pretty damn rad. So, oh yeah, we're kind of burning guys down now. I'm liking this. This is good. Alright, let's open up one of these this Cursed Chest here. So, kill 100 enemies to earn a bonus chest. Let's give it a shot. Let's go for some mass confusion. That might help us a little bit. Zombie dogs are all up. I'll try and spread those locusts whenever I have enough mana to sort of switch there and back. Alright, should be enough now. Spread those locusts there. Hopefully that jumps around a fair bit. Oh man, everything is affected. Nice. Pets are going well. 12, 15 kills. Oh man, we might not be able to get the right number of kills though, it seems. Oh no. Are we going to get 100 kills? No, no chance. Man, that's a bit rough. A bit challenging. Woo! Actually taking a lot of damage here too. Plagued. Man, we barely even got half of it. Oh no! That's a bit rippy. Alright. Looks like we just have to clean up the rest of these guys now. We only get the one chest unfortunately, but we still get our bounty. Yeah, just not quite enough burst damage, I guess. I feel like our damage is pretty good, but maybe our effective, like AoE, is not as good as I was thinking. So, maybe just, that one was just a bit hard. Alright, we get a few items at least. And, ooh, emerald? Or diamond even? I might need to use that a bit later, so that'll be cool. Though I think the triangular one is higher level, which is the one we're kind of up to now. We got the 9% life one there. So, looks like last bounty is gone. Alright. It should be fun. Oh, we got a rare here. Just trying to sort of clear my way into Gone. But encountering a pretty nasty mob pack just here. Alrighty, let's get in and use the Plague. Alright, I should be able to stand here and attack these guys now. This looks like the zombie dogs and stuff. Although the thunderstorm, the lightning storm there, pretty nasty. Stand in between these desecrations here. Maybe I can get some confusion there. Oh, it's just the one mob now. Not much point confusing him by himself. Looks like we can burn him down pretty quickly anyway. Gape Wound the Gorgon. Oh, get wrecked, son. There we go. Rugged Grasp? Ooh. Man, if that had more than 2 props, we could be finding a glove upgrade pretty soon, it seems. Let's move this here so I have an extra slot. Inventory Treacherous. Too strong. Breaking down doors is not this build's strong point. I've noticed a bit of a weakness there. Not very good door breaking down capabilities because it costs so much mana each time I want to use it to break down a door. Alright, another elite pack. Mass Confusion. Let's get that happening. Alright, you guys can fight each other. Should probably get the Plague happening actually. There we go, there's the Plague. Alrighty, let's wait for this mana to regen a little bit. Alright, avoid the Thunderstorm, then I'll go. I think it's a good idea when they're fighting Thunderstorm mobs, if you could like need to set up to sort of do an attack like this where you get rooted to the spot. You want to wait until after those thunderstorms go off and then pick a spot where you're not standing in them, because otherwise they'll proc on top of you. But now the new thunderstorm, since the rebalance, stays localized to that area, so you can actually dodge away from it, which is really good. I much prefer this thunderstorm than the old one that was just like an undodgeable nuke that was just like designed to punish characters that weren't taking off, which is really bad mechanic. So I'm glad that's been fixed. Oh, gold chest. Oh, we might just level as we're walking away here. Oh man, that's like walking away from an explosion. Except, not enough XP. Damn it. I was hoping to like everything would die and I'd level as I was walking away, looking all cool and everything, but it was not fated to be. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, what an action hero. There we go. Just pretend that first part didn't happen. Oh, such an action hero. Oh, Spirit Barrage Rune, Fletzel Bomb. Horrify Rune, Frightening Aspect. And Big Bad Voodoo, Slam Dance. Nice, cool. I think that's all for now. And let's go do Gom. Gom's always a fun fight. It's a good one to test out, like sort of how tanky we're actually going and how your DPS is going, whether you can kill him quickly and whether you can sort of stand there and take his gas, his noxious gases. Can I confuse him? No, he's immune. All right. Sucks that some bosses are just like somewhat immune. It could at least be like a 1 second like CC or something like that would be nice. Alright, let's wait for my mana to go back so I can cast this again. And then I'll stay. I'll pretty much stand my ground then, I think. Alright, let's give this a go. Go pets, DPS. DPS, you can do it, I believe in you. Alright, health starting to go down. The life gain on hit's helping us stay a little bit alive. I can probably pop one potion to sort of keep us going. See how long we go. Oh, outlasting time. Alright, potion time. Alright, I'll probably back away when we get to about half health, just for safety. Kind of life gaining a hit away through there. Alright, move away now. How's our healing going? How much life gain on hit do we actually have? Life per hit, 192, 188 regen. Not a great deal. I feel like that's quite low. When you have Paragon points, you can actually get a ridiculous amount of life regen and life gain on hit through the Paragon system now. I actually feel that might need rebalancing. But it's very powerful, especially so if you've played hardcore and gotten some characters to 60 and have gotten some Paragon points, it's going to be very helpful for leveling new hardcore characters. But I actually have 5 rifts to keystones now. I'll wait for the smoke to clear away. I need to get a bit more space. Let's get rid of just some stuff that we know is not good. I'll keep the blues and whites because those guys could potentially be handy. Looks like none of this is that good anyway. Alright, we'll just fill up and go. No, that's pretty boring. Alright, let's go do some salvaging and crafting. See if we can make anything decent out of the gear we have, and see if we can actually craft anything new would be nice too. More await you in other lands. There we go, and there's the Heraldric Cache. We get our reward, and we get our Heraldric Cache now, except I'll have to salvage some of this stuff before we can actually open that since our inventory is full, well and truly full. And free gem return. Oh yes, love that service. And I think I'll just go ahead and salvage Pig Sticker. It was helpful. We get our Fiery Brimstone though. I don't think any of this stuff has any potential. Magic Templar Relic. Nope, none of this is too helpful. Man, none of those gloves spawned very well, and that ring's pretty bad as well. Oh, looks like there's a belt there too. We'll get that done. And we have a decent little supply of crafting mats now. Plus, come on, Legendary. We can do it. I got a Legendary from one just recently. See if we can do it again. Oh, nope. Unfortunately not. A few blood shards though. How many blood shards did we actually get? We're up to 31. Alrighty. Let's oh, what's this like? Oh, upgrade, nice. Only a two stat one. We're not using Grasp on the Dead so much anymore, so that's not a big deal. I can chuck some lightning some perfect diamonds in there would be nice. Perfect diamond. And I'll just chuck my other flawless diamond in there as well for now. Toughness, 14% basic increase there. Whew. Up over 100k toughness, nice. And a bit of a DPS upgrade as well. Alright, let's salvage that as well. And as you see, we got the 2 rift keystones, so we actually have more than enough to open a rift now. Usually you're 1 over. So what we'll do is a little bit of gambling first. Just a smidgen of gambling. Where, oh man, where is Kadala though? I can never find her. Kadala, where are you? Oh man. Alright. I went to another town. I'm like, couldn't find her in that town. Screw this, going to another town. Okay, so, oh well, Mojo is really low level. We can do much better than that. It's actually really well rolled Mojo, but I think we can do a lot better than that. So let's see if we can get an upgrade here. Wow, none of those is an upgrade? That one, crit chance. Crit chance is actually not that useful now. Reduce recoil's cost could be re-rolled into a socket, would give us the all resist. What's this one like? Already has the socket, and that one's not that good though. Alright, I'll see if we can do something with that second one. Otherwise, what else is pretty low level? 40, 40's good, 40, 40, 40, 36, not too bad. These are all pretty high level. Alright, well, these guys all look pretty good. Maybe I'll just try for the best mojo I can get then. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and get a legendary. Nope, doesn't look like it. Here we go, there's a straight upgrade. We'll play with this one then. I can respec the zombie charger to something else. That's actually 4 primary stats and a socket. I thought a socket was a primary stat on this, so I don't know how it spawned 5 primary stats basically. That's really powerful then. Okay. Alright, Hadrig, let's keep that one and salvage the rest. I can get some free well, kind of free salvage mats there. And we'll go to the Mystic, who is just over here. Mystic, so good. So, you notice I would like to show off like the crafting of rings and legendaries and stuff, but because these are called legendary now, because they were from before the patch, sorry, legacy rather than legendary, I can't actually do much with those. However, we can potentially redo this sword here. I have a fair few crafting mats now. Probably the best thing to do would be to change the life per hit into a socket. How's that actually rolled? Man, it's a really high life per hit roll, but socket would give us so much more damage. Alright, let's try go for a socket here. Gambling! Oh, there we go, easy, nice, 1 roll. And that means we can grab an extra 500 or so DPS there. Man, definitely worth socketing weapons, always worth. Okay, so zombie charger can be changed to, oh man, we could go like crit chance or damage against elites. Reduced cooldown of skills. Alright, I'd be happy with reduced cooldowns of skills, or gargantuan, or what else? Fire bats would be good. Locust swarm, man, any of those are going to be really good, so let's just see what we get. Locust swarm, 14%, winner. I'm happy with that. Easy, man. RNGesus is on our side today. RNG, winning. Okay. I'll go for a diamond gem. I should have one in my chest. Let's see what I got. Otherwise, no, not much. I could upgrade one of these flawless. Gem combiner, diamond, perfect diamond, easy. Okay, cool. All right, there's a bit of an upgrade. That gives our toughness up to, oops, not even equipped. There we go, 5 and 6% upgrade on damage and toughness. Nice, not bad, not bad. Okay guys, so usually, you know, we do the bounties, then that's the end of the episode. Next episode we do a rift, but since you had to wait so long for an episode, double value, 2 in 1 this time. We're going to be doing rifts, a rift, and the bounties that we already did. So, oh man, that animation is so good. How good is it? How rad does this look? Let me, Z, okay, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. There we go. Oh, so good. Let's get in there. The Vizier's Dilemma. Now, let's see how we go with this. I'm enjoying this spec too, actually, so it could be good. I'll give it a go, Aurek. We'll give it a go. So, we have an Act 4 zone with some of the Act 5 charges, I think they are. Corrupted Angels. Actually, these guys might be from Act 4 as well. You can burn those guys down pretty quickly, though. They're pretty annoying, though, that shielding and the charge they do. And these guys are some of the Act 5 mobs. These guys are also pretty rough, but if we can group them up, they die pretty quickly. As you can see, they don't have as much health, but they're pretty nasty. Alright, here's a few more. I'll use my Locust Swarm. It actually has increased damage now as well, so it should be extra effective. Oh, look at that jumping around. Alright, let's get a Mass Confusion in there, going in there. Those guys can kind of fight amongst themselves. I can give them the Locust Swarm. Give them the old Locust Swarm. Throw another one in there, and we can just back off a bit. Kind of let our pets do a bit of the work for a bit. Alright, most of that stuff's been burned down now. I can just, like, anything that's left, I can just kind of burn down there. Easy, easy, I like it, nice. Vile bats. Alright, let's do a Locust Swarm here, just keeping an eye on my health. Misley, Vambraces of Carnage. Dogs are all up. Gargantuan, man, they're super tanky now, aren't they? I don't even have the tankiness rune for them. The reduced damage one, that 20% reduced damage or whatever it is. Almost up to 10% already. I should try and keep these Locust Swarms up. Oh, okay. That's not good. Alright, let's go for a Mass Confusion here. Stay out of that AoE there. Oh, the Lightning Storm. The Lightning Storm still goes despite the confusion. Oh, I'm going to go for a heal there. Alright, this is pretty nasty. Alright, let's back out of here. Go for a Plague of Locusts. Pretty nasty mob packs here. Ah! Standing in the Lightning Storm just as I start firing. That's why you want to wait until after that goes off, then start firing. Let's go Locust Swarm here, that can kind of jump around. Alright, maybe I'll burn down some of these guys now. No! Again, I did the same mistake. The same mistake. Right, let's grab that health globe. Health globe's so good. Okay. Locust Swarm. Dodging that. Pretty tense. Again, I really love the tactical combat in Reaper of Souls. So much better than in vanilla, like the way you have to manage your life in this feels really good. Just a lot of the way they've tuned a lot of the new stuff, and the removal of life leech at endgame too is really good. Really good. Alright, Nephilim Glory. Bit of extra damage, and I'll finish him off and then we'll get out of that Thunderstorm. Alright, Infernal Bane. How are you? Nope, only one primary affix, just the damage roll. Pretty bad. Alright, let's get... Ooh. I'll leave those. If they want to follow me, they can. Okay, here's a blue pack here. Mass Confusion time. Alright, I might want to pop a potion now, I think. So I have time to regen the rest down. Let's burn down some of these guys so they stop chasing me. Uh-oh, this is a bad position to be in. Like a swarm. Use a Yaunt rune to get out of there. Alright, pets get back. Alright, let's try and get my pets. Oh man, the charge makes it really hard to position behind your pets for these guys. Alright, let's burn some of these guys down, might be the best thing I can do. Health Globe. Another Plague of Locusts there. The slowing effect will probably help a fair bit actually. Quad Wrap actually coming in to be pretty handy. Alright, let's go for another Plague of Locusts there. Very expensive, but pretty good damage. And the slowing effect is like a really nice secondary stat for that. Quad Wrap, not too bad, not too bad. If you can get a higher level one for a Plague of Locusts spec, I feel like it would be very strong. Alright, what are we up to? 20% almost. Alright, whoa, quite a few packs in here. Whoa! Let's get out of there! Nope, that's not where I want to be. Nope, nope, nope. Get a Confusion in there. Alright, let's get the Plague Locust. I think I totally whiffed that one. Let's kill this Corrupted Angel here. Anything else? Alright. Man, those meteors. Crazy meteor action going on. Plague of Locusts. It's doing a pretty good job of jumping around. You can see all the ones with the blue sort of effect underneath them are slowed from the Wodge Wrap. Alright, not bad, what are we up to? 30% almost? Progressing pretty quickly in this rift. Oh, so much gold. What are we up to? 238k now? Alright, looks like Spellbound Illusion number 2. Alright, so we've got Act 2, one of the kind of like the vault zones of Act 2. Alright, pretty easy mobs, ghouls are nice and easy. You can just burn these guys down like they're nothing. Easy percentage points. Oh, Channeling Pylon. Okay, let's go. You're gonna just chain Yaunts from the Channeling Pylon. Oh yeah. Chaining. Plague. Try and get as much value out of this as possible, I think. Mass Confusion. Plague of Locusts. Alright, let's chain some more Yaunts to get around really fast. Almost. They have very short duration though, so we want to make the best use of it as possible. I'll try and get another Mass Confusion off before it runs out, hopefully. Oh, can I get to another pack though? Alright, there's another one right before it goes off. Alright, I think we got pretty good value out of that. A few extra easy kills. Nice, not bad. And the Mass Confusion will be off cooldown really quickly, because it was used while still under the effects of the Channeling Pylon. Rather than having like a 45-second cooldown, had like a 10-second cooldown, if that. Actually lost one of our zombie dogs, let's get another one back. I actually need to manage that myself now, but they haven't died, and that's like the first one that's died in a long time. Alright, go up this way. Moon Clan Warrior. Now that we're getting closer to Reaper of Souls launch, but like, what, almost about a month away? I'm getting pretty hyped. Especially like having played my Demon Hunter and this hardcore as well. I'm really keen to start like another hardcore character when the game comes out fully. The one that I know I'll be keeping alive. I guess we're in Illusion 3 already. And also to be working on my character and starting to actually find loot that I know I'll be able to keep, because everything's gonna be wiped. Bow bow. But that's the trade-off of getting to play in the beta, I suppose. Hey, chickens aren't supposed to explode. Grab these weapon wraps, good source of white items, which are pretty necessary for those crafting mats. Other news, by the way. Let's use our confusion here. I actually did a playtest slash interview Q&A session, 1 hour, with one of the developers, Andrew Chambers, the guy who's responsible for the crafting system, the Hellfire system, the Hellfire Ring and the Infernal Machines, and the Crusader. And that was really awesome. You guys should definitely check that out on my YouTube channel. I'll try and put a link to it in the description for you guys to check out. But I highly recommend it. I played on my Demon Hunter, and it was with a few other casters as well, Kelric and Thunderclaw. And yeah, just like an hour session where we got to just talk to him about the game. And getting to play Diablo 3 with one of the developers, and like to hear their passion and to like ask them questions and like get insight you couldn't get any other way. It's like honestly, that's like a dream come true. Like, you can't say you haven't really like ever thought about how good would it be to play like your favorite game with the developers. So pretty damn awesome, pretty damn awesome. But you guys should definitely check it out. There's lots of cool info in there, especially about crafting. And the reason I got reminded of that was I was about to say that we're talking about the white crafting mats, and I was going to say that the blue ones are actually the really big bottleneck. It's pretty hard to get enough blue crafting materials a lot of the time. But he said that they're going to be, when I told him that, he said that they're going to be rebalancing the requirements for different crafting mats. So some will actually only require blue, and others will only require yellow. So you can some will take both when you're crafting some items. So you can craft those when you have plenty of both. But then when you're like running out of blues, you can go and just craft some that only require the yellow crafting mats. So you can kind of self-manage your resources a bit better, which I thought was a pretty good idea, so I'm glad they're going to be doing that. So got a bit of insider info there, pretty cool stuff. As well as also other cool stuff about the Crusader and some insights into the crafting system and some of their design choices, which was, as I said, just very awesome to do. Now, we're doing pretty well at burning these packs down, for sure. There's some sketchy moments where we're taking a lot of damage. Still feel a little bit squishy. I reckon we could be a bit tankier. But for the most part, I think we're doing pretty well. We're climbing in the percentages pretty quickly as well. How are we going? Any of this stuff any good? Nope. Ooh, cooldown vitality. I think we need the extra primary affix on that amulet for it to be competitive. Alright, what do we got? Fast mortar. This guy should be pretty easy if we stay nice and close here. Can I use mass confusion without losing my fire bats? Nah, you do have to lose your fire bats. That's alright though. Blade of Locust.
Need more mana.
And now we can just continue burning these guys down. And works pretty well. Pretty happy with this. Again, I think Pierce the Veil could work pretty nicely as well with this spec. Am I using Pierce the Veil? I didn't think I was. No. Yeah, I was using Pierce the Veil. Okay. So we have increased damage from Pierce the Veil there. But increased mana cost, which certainly hammers you on Locust Swarm. You can't use that too liberally. But just one cast of that for the slowing effect and the damage, and then going fire bats to finish him off. Seems to work pretty effectively. And we've got the pets to kind of hold them still and all that, so it works out pretty well. Man, look at all those slowed zombies from the Locust Swarm. That's so good. Makes it really easy to burn them down with the fire bats too. Because they kind of group up a lot more when they're slow, trying to slowly shamble their way towards you. Getting pretty close, 75%. We'll get our boss. We'll get our Rift boss pretty soon. All right, we've got a pretty big pack here. Let's get some mass confusion happening, I think. Oh, charmed a lot of them there. Burn down the rest of these guys here. Can I eat those explosions? Yeah, they're not too bad. Oh, level 45. Nice. And it looks like the Confusion plus Plague Locust killed off all the rest. Medusa spiders on corpse spiders. Fire bats rune hungry bats. I'll check out what that does. And passive skill Fierce Loyalty. Oh, do we get another passive? 2 passives? Or just one? Just one passive. Oh, Fierce Loyalty. Your pets gain 100% of the benefit of your thorns and life regeneration items. Awesome, awesome. Stacking a lot of thorns and you get that. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This seems like a new one. I don't remember that being a feature of the other one, or it's been slightly changed at least. So, like Fire Bats has Hungry Bats, rapidly summon bats that seek out nearby enemies for 350 weapon damage. I kind of want to just see what that looks like. Oh, cool. They kind of just fly off in random directions. Man, that's really cool. Nice. We'll stick with our vampire bats for this spec, but I might play with that maybe in the next spec, perhaps. That looks very cool. But let's watch this Plague of Locusts spread. How cool is that? It spreads so quickly. Awesome. Let's see if that actually is like enough to just take them down as is. And as you can see, the Plague of Locusts also procs all the zombie vomits from the retching cadavers there. Alright, let's confuse these guys now. Which is why this is such a good skill for farming as a witch doctor. I know people use that for doing like crypt runs and things like that in the base game in vanilla at the moment on the live servers. Oh, sounds like the Rift boss just spawned. Oh, I didn't actually realize he was that close. Alright, we better kill this pack before he comes. Oh no, he's coming. Who is it? Oh, it's Kool-Aid. Except it's Sandshaper in this instance. Alright, so we're gonna try and pay attention to what he has. Oh man, looks like he has a, or is that the mob there? Oh, that's probably that one there. Alright. Plague of Locusts, slow him down, should be pretty nice. Except he teleports anyway, so not a big deal. Sandshaper, alright. So he uses basically a Hellfire Ring Fireball. That thing probably hits pretty hard. Maybe I'll test a blow from it. Oh, that's not too bad. Another one? Yeah, it hurts a bit, but not too bad. Definitely survivable. Alright, let's burn him down a bit and see what else he does. If he summons any ads, I'll be able to mass confuse them. Confuse them en masse. Oops, I got a bit overzealous with my mana usage there. Go Gargantuan, beat on those little eels. Come back, cool. Oh man, I like how the bats kind of like fly into the back of you, then you ignite them on fire with your hands, and they continue to fly through on fire. Very cool spell design. Alright, so 25% in, he starts casting the whirlwinds. So I'm gonna have to, positioning is gonna be pretty important now. Oh, and the rock falls. So those are his normal boss abilities. Actually, they do. Oh, and the bubble. Man, this is actually gonna be a bit tough, I think. But I can kind of rely on my pets to do a lot of the damage, I think. Avoid those rock falls. And use Plague of Locusts whenever I can. Get out of those wind. It does a lot of damage, actually. Let's burn him down a little there. Alright, let's get moving. He's casting more rockfall. Kind of see where that's going to fall. He's getting down in half. He might have another ability now. There's another bubble. More winds. More rockfall. I think I actually took that hit as well. Pets are all staying alive pretty well. Looks like one of the dogs might end up going down soon. Let's burn him down a little bit more there. This is as good a chance as any, I think. Alright, let's move now. Oh, I don't want to get caught in that bubble with that whirlwind right there. It's not exactly where you want to be. Oh, the dog's getting wrecked. And Jet just took a bit of a hit there as well. Whoa, teleport. Okay. Alright, let's go now. Ah, he moved out of range. Alright, I don't want to stay in the bubble. Not really. Let's go another Plague of Locusts. Oh. Alright, it's going that way. Keep an eye on which way the winds are going. Sandshaper. I have a potion ready if I need to. Another bubble. 2 bubbles now. Seems to be using his abilities a bit more often now. His life's low. I haven't seen any other new abilities though. Some of the bosses have new abilities, other ones just kind of get a bit more frantic. Or use their abilities a little bit more often as we move forwards through their life stages. Oh, let's keep out of that. Grab that heal there. Free heal. Plague of Locusts. And let's stay out of that wind just for now. A bit hard to get close to him there. I can actually yawn through that, and that makes it a lot easier there. Oh, let's get out of there. Oh, yeah, that definitely hurts. 776 per tick on that whirlwind. Getting like 1 or 2 of those on top of you, stuck in a bubble. Pretty rippy. Alright, let's finish him off. Plague of Locusts. And the Gargantuan, go for the kill, bro. You can do it. I believe you. There he goes. The final slam. Oh yeah, oh, Fiery Brimstone. Can potentially do some legendary crafting later if we find another legendary. I think we've got a few of those now, actually. Alright, better still stay. Oh man! Still killing us. Imagine if he died after killing the boss. Alright, let's head back. See our spoils. See our spoils. That wasn't too bad a Rift overall. I feel like this spec worked pretty well too. I was pretty happy with this setup. I think, you know, Fire Bats and Locust Spawn with the slowing effect, the pets and the Gargantuan keep them still, and the Mass Confusion for when things get a little bit more, kind of, a little bit trickier. I think that works pretty well. So there we go. We get our reward, and then the rift will close in 30 seconds. So that's just so people can't set up multiple rifts or something like that, override other people's rifts. I think that change was made, some reason like that, I believe. Alright, what do we got? No, I think they're not really an improvement to our old boots. Oh, glove upgrade though. Wow, nicely rolled. That's they're both pretty top end intelligent vitality rolls there. Crit hit damage is, you know, it's only a short range, not a big deal actually. At this level, like crit chance and crit hit damage, really not a big deal. I think you're better off just scaling your damage through like attack speed's pretty good, and your main stat is the best ways to deal. Oh, and of course average damage is really insane at this level. Do I have it 6 to 12? 6 to 12. Average damage is definitely insane, but I think we can even improve this gloves a bit more. We could go some attack speed, or reduce cooldown would be pretty good. What's our life per hit roll like? It's it's pretty top end too. These are pretty nice gloves all around, and the arcane resist, you know, 31's higher than what you can roll through crafting. All right, let's try and grab some attack speed or something. I think regen. All right, I'll grab a regen for now. We'll do a little bit more crafting. Attack speed 4%. Is that a top end roll or is that low? Oh, that's top. Okay, cool. So there we go, 3.9% and 3.8% toughness. Nice little upgrade there as well. Alright, anything else in here? Oh, pants upgrade! Oh, baby! Oh, it's rolled a wizard skill. What? Oh, well, I guess that's not too needed. Oh, hold on. Mystic needs to be level 12? Huh? Why? Huh? What? Why does the Mystic need to be level 12? What on earth? That doesn't make any sense. 42? Is this a bug? What? Hey, Braces upgrade though. She can craft everything else.
Cannot do that.
Only legendaries or rares? Just not the pants. What? Why are you biased against these pants? Is it the wizard roll that's like throwing you off? What a weirdo. That's pretty strange. That's pretty strange. Anyway, they're an upgrade even without changing it. We just have to get like magic missile damage. So if somehow we manage to do some magic missiles on this character, which wizard only, probably not. Still though, pretty nice stat upgrade. So, and we get the vitality roll on this. It's gonna make us much more tanky. And we do have some braces though. Poison skills do more damage. Poison, fire, physical. We're not really focusing on any one damage type all that much at the moment. So, the only thing we could re-roll is to like another elemental roll. Physical would be pretty good, or regen or crit chance. What's physical? My pets are physical? Fire, poison. I'll just leave it as is, I think, for now. We can change that later if we want to. Everything else is pretty nice, I think. Vitality is pretty high, intelligence is pretty high. Pretty nice pair of braces as well. Alright, let's salvage the rest of this stuff. Alrighty, so here we are. We're kind of looking a little bit pirate-ish with our pants there, I'm noticing. So we'll get the slow rotation going for the outro there. You guys can admire the look. Pretty cool though, especially with like the cutlass going on and the pirate-like pants. Definitely a bit of a pirate outfit at the moment. Though the mask with the mammoth tusks or the elephant tusks, maybe a little bit weird there. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll be back soon with some more hardcore. There's still a few more episodes we can do. Maybe we'll be able to max level before the end of the beta. I think it's a distinct possibility, assuming we don't die. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm Ziggy D, and thanks for watching.